All right, this is Deanna Marie, and welcome back here to the Clusie. And today we're going to be talking about how it is done for you. Okay, so let's get started. All right, today's Bible verse is going to be Matthew chapter 8, verse 13. But I'm going to be talking about Matthew 8, 5 through 13, and I guess it could also be Luke 7, 1 through 10. Okay, so you know how I am. Open up those Bibles, get in the Word, let God talk to you about what he wants to talk to you about, pray and get into that word, okay? So here we go, guys. At this point, Jesus is performing his miracles, right? People have started to realize that Jesus is different than everyone else, and they are asking him to perform miracles on them. And so this centurion comes, and his servant is paralyzed, and it says tormented dreadfully, right? So this man, whether it was a physical torment or it was a mental torment, whatever, this man is clearly in agony. And this centurion goes and basically asks Jesus to heal him. And Jesus says yes, and he's going to go home with him. And the centurion says, no. I'm not worthy of you being in my house. I'm a boss. I know how things work. I tell somebody else to do something and it's done. So I don't need you to come home with me because I'm not worthy of that type of honor. So if you say that it'll be done, I believe that it'll be done. And Jesus looks at him like flabbergasted. And he's basically like, I haven't seen faith like this the whole time. Here. Basically, because of your faith, it's going to be done, okay? And then that's the end of that, okay? What does that mean for you? The first thing is the centurion approached Jesus. Okay, so what does that look like for you right now? Praying. Are you guys praying for help? Are you praying for things that you need? Are you praying for the spouse that you want? Are you praying for the career that you want? Are you asking God to do something for you? Because if you don't ask, how should you expect him to do anything? Because you're not asking him to have your needs met, or you're not asking for your desires. You're not having these things. It's like walking around without, like I always use the reference with the flashlight, and the only thing you can see is what the flashlight is shining on, right? That's what it looks like, okay? You need God. You need his help. Ask. You want a wife? Ask him. He's not going to say, no, I'm going to be mean. I don't want to do that. He's going to give you whatever's the best thing for you, okay? Ask. That is the first thing that he does, okay? The next thing that he does is he's humble. He's humble. He asks in humility. He understands that God is all powerful and he's all knowing and he can do anything that he wants at any point in time. And so he's looking at it like, not like, oh, I deserve to have my needs met right now. Get on it. He's like, no, I know that you've created everything and I don't deserve to even have you acknowledge me because I'm like a little ant here on this planet. But the fact that you take the time to listen to me is amazing. You should pray with that type of humility and humbleness, because that is amazing. That somebody who created everything wants to sit here and listen to us. I mean, some of the stuff, of course, is, you should be asking him about. But then there's some days that it's just like whining. It's literally just whining and he still listens, okay? But be humble enough to know that, man, the creator is listening to you, okay? Right? The next thing is he knows once he asks for it and God says, I already told you guys, God either says yes, no, or wait. If he says yes or wait, you don't have to wonder if it's going to be done, okay? And the centurion knows that if God says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. So he's like, no, you don't have to go back to my house. Don't, I know that you're a busy man. You have all these people chasing you. You have all this stuff going on. I don't need you to come and do all of that. All I need you to do is just speak the word, say the word, and I know that it's done. Okay? And that's all God should have to do with you. If you say, God, I want a spouse, and he says, okay, start working on yourself. You don't have to wonder if the spouse will ever show up because she or he will. that will happen. You don't have to worry about it because God said that it's done. And you should know that if he can speak things into existence when he created the world, right? Then if he says it, it's going to happen. So you don't have to wonder about it. You should have faith like this man. Do you know why? Because as soon as you have faith like that, you start putting your focus into your answered prayer, your prayer already being answered. You start doing productive things. You're not over here worrying and wondering like, oh my gosh, is it going to happen? Is this going to happen? No. If you're praying for a spouse and God says, yes, wait, okay, the person's coming. If you believe, you start putting things in order, you start getting your house ready, you start doing all the things that you should be doing. What good is it doing for you to sit here and worry and be like, well, the person didn't show up again today, so I guess God's not listening to me. That is doing nothing to help you, your future spouse, or God, or anything else. Okay? That was the last thing that I needed to say. So please, if you ask and he says yes and wait, use that time to be productive. Believe. Start putting things in order. Do those things. This man walked back home knowing that his servant was going to be healed. He did not walk back home like, oh man, I hope that God really did what he said he's going to do. No, he walked back in confidence, and you should be doing that too. Okay? So anyways, like, follow, and comment as always, and I will see you guys back here next time.